I decided to become a teacher when I was in 4th grade. So fourth grade's always been a magical grade for me because that's when I said, I want to be just like my 4th grade teacher.
I got into education. Right out of college, I worked at State Farm and I wasn't really too sure what I wanted to do. So then I ended up getting a master's in healthcare administration. That didn't work out either, but my wife is a teacher. And so I was like, I can see that she loves her job. And so then I got another master's in education and I came in mid-year, which I think it was 2021, and I just hit the ground running and I haven't looked back since.
I began teaching in 2000. It's funny, but I had absolutely no idea what I was doing. I didn't know what I was doing, but I knew how to care. And I had some great leaders. I can remember at the end of that year, my principal said, I was really worried about you. He said, but you turned out to be one of the best first-year teachers.
The thing that keeps me going as a teacher is just finding those things for kids that, just help them out, that just help them grow as a person, to develop their success, whether it's a behavior success or, getting better at a skill or, really succeeding at something. That's what keeps me going, is seeing their success. I feel successful.
My favorite thing about Miss Lay is she's really amusing and entertaining and funny. One time when she was trying to get us to memorize that main idea means mostly about, she got up and said main idea, mostly about, and then we did a whole conga line around the classroom for a while.
When I see that kids are excited to come into my classroom and learn, and I hear kids say, holy cow, it's already time to leave, that's what keeps me going, because it gives them almost like something to look forward to. Like some people say it's the best part of their day, and so just seeing them enjoy school and love social studies, that's what keeps me going.
My favorite thing about Mr. G would probably be the fact that he makes class really interesting, and it's really hard to fall asleep in his class, and that's a good thing though, because he can teach literally anyone the content, and he makes it to where it's actually interesting to learn, and it's not just you have a teacher there who's just droning on. He's really confident about himself and he holds himself really high, so it's he's literally I have haters in these halls, but I don't care because they're all 13-year-olds.
He makes learning a lot funner. I know it's not a word, but yeah. You know how elementary school teachers, when you do fun stuff while teaching, it kind of sticks more? I guess that's kind of what he does. He starts over here, always over here, and he does this weird little walk, and he crept through all the way back up to his little desk thing.
I think I measure success as a teacher when they're able to critically think, when they can think beyond the information that's given to them, when they can collaborate, when they can have discussions.
I would actually get excited to wake up in the morning to go to her class. And I remember my favorite parts of her classes were at the very beginning, before anything started. Before you get into the books or any type of reading, she would already start with these little bell ringer questions. And basically, it would later connect to the topic, but the questions would actually make you think outside the box. I was excited to see other people's responses just because it was oh, people think this way. It brought everybody out their perspective. You got to communicate with other students. I think it brought us closer as a class too.
Her overall vibe is what makes everything great. She puts so much enthusiasm in her work, and you can tell so much that she loves it. She makes you feel confident about yourself, and she lets you know that when you express your ideas, those are your ideas. You don't need to change them. Other people may think differently or feel a different way, but that's who you are, and that's how you feel.